Okay, there we go. So here I stand in our relay field some more, and I'm going to have a heart-to-heart talk with nearly everybody. You know, I've been doing this for years, and I keep saying I go wider, and I don't see any other farmers going wider because everybody's in their mind is brainwashed by BMPs. They want everything out of variable A. You got to realize it's not A, B, C, D. It's A affinity. Okay? And what I'm trying to say is we're worried about compromising entities, and we're so inefficient on what actually matters. And you don't know what matters because nobody sells the shit. So yeah, I had gaps out here for like 6 to 10 days, and now they're filled in. So if you are so worried about that 6 to 10 days or what the wheat makes, let's think about what's our profit. How much more sun are we capturing not only today, but the next 3 months? Look at the shape out here. You've got the phi curve I talk about all the time. Look how many more leaves are capturing light. So you can look at the main stem and pull that out, and agronomists say you need to be 141, 230. In all our studies, this is the right correction. So everybody wants to conform, and they don't want to walk away from conformity. They think, you know, wheat's best at 5-inch spacing. 60, that's sniffing glue. James, you sell tile. I'm telling you, tile's great. Living tile's better. So it's a lost puppy between a cash and a cover crop. It's good to have cohabitation. Not only is this spot protecting from frost. So let's think about the new kid's favorite show, Wildcrats. He talks about creature powers. These beans get to grow in wheat roots their whole life. For 80 days, the wheat is taking care of the weed pressure but consuming water. So it's going through a period of like 60 days where if it rains 3 inches, it's not this little seed saying, oh shit, fuck my life. It's got something big. It's got a big brother helping it out. And what bothered everybody is when I take this in and they see, light intrusion in here like we're missing out. We got 18 to 20 nodes out here. We got branch nodes. You look right here. It's filling this space. We're making pods. We got blooms everywhere. You got branches galore. Think about eating people's lunch. If you start with a blank slate and said, instead of buying this, how can we fix that problem? Thinking about setting up dominoes ahead of time instead of saying, oh shit, I got weeds. What can I buy to kill this specific weed? Well, if we think backwards and in a spot. But again, I talk about the corridor. You got to think about water. 3 bushels of wheat equals 1 inch. So if you're in a climate that produces, say, 30 inches of rain, it's really dumb to shoot for 70, 80, 90 bushel wheat because that's what you're accustomed to, because you're going to spend all this money on the beans and have nothing left and have no vigorous to win off weeds. If you can just take enough to make it grow better, then you're going to make a more capable plant. So what I challenge you today is, instead of worrying about all these BMPs, all this stuff that we're brainwashed, really lengthen out your experiments way beyond, even if people think you're batshit nuts. We broke a record last year, 108 bushel beans this way. We grow wheat in pig shit strips. It actually cost me less to grow wheat than it did to pay the dragline guy. Now, this year we're not going to be as profitable. We had the dragline, it's just the way it was, but it's profit. That's what we're chasing, is profit. All right? That's my talk. That's my TED talk today. 61 people. Thanks for tuning in. If I got 61 of your ears, is there any questions? What would really be cool is if I get in my truck and I go to the next bean field. We've got beans that are just blooming everywhere. Everything was planted from June 6th to July 1st. And you got this thing that's, this is going to be at least 100 bushel beans in this black ground. And we've got areas, we had some drowned out spots. So if you live close, I got 63 years. We're taking PP ground and we are leveraging our forward price contract And I want to go 50-50s on you on putting this on your farm if you live close. And we got the equipment to make it happen. I just want to spread the idea. Let's pull one plant while we got you all. Look down here. Got a robust plant. Let's see, this guy right here. Look at that, nice. Look at that. Nice rooted in. So we're R4, we got some big pods. So here's what the value is in relay crop. Normally, when I talk about photosynthesis doesn't translocate because the whole plant is being driven on these 4 leaves at the top in your normal field. But looking down here, now you've got 5 times the sun capture per plant. So it brings that energy back and it will just continue to fire on these lower pods. So you're on the 4th, 5th node right here, and this is wanting to grow another leaf, several pods, and that's the big difference. So it's not only regenerating more pods, more energy, less abortion per pod or flower that wants to come, but this pod gets more energy longer, so an earlier pod has bigger grain. So you got 3 metrics. You got number of nodes, pods per node, size of grain, and it's all accentuated with healthier roots, healthier thing from the get-go, and just more sun. 5 times the sun catching per plant. Wow, yeah. So look at it. So you got a little bit of light right here. Think about this one plant right here. Instead of just driving on right here, it's driving on this whole side. And I think my favorite thing to do is trace a leaf. Trace this leaf back here. Where's it connected to? That's a branch. Look, I'm making pods on this little tiny branch. So it's not even a real legit branch node. And it's bringing this energy back, lowering the plant, and we're just firing. And your normal plant, am I going? Normal row.